It's 7 o'clock in the morning, Vancouver time, and this is our sneak peek of what have we been up to for our communication and our full interface. If you could go ahead and look over here, this is our web browser. This is what we're actually essentially going to use to communicate with our CubeSat. And here on our first page is we just have a simple this is mock data at first. This tells the position of our CubeSat. And if we look into the uplink, this is actually our system that we're going to be using to communicate with, give instructions to the CubeSat. And so these are all the instructions right here. These are all basically the tasks. We have the CubeSat command sets. You know, get status via backup communication. This is we're going to throw in our rotations here. This is the flash storage commands that we have. We have the rotation commands, and so this is for our CubeSat. And this is the ground station commands here that we're going to uplink. So this is the interface that we're using that's essentially going to be talking with our satellite. And here, this will draw up the sequence. So will be the commands when we send. You know, you could copy and paste this depending on what kind of specific instructions you have for the what we have for the our satellite. So back to our status. Our next page that we're going to show you is just a Java applet. This interface will actually allow us to visually see our trajectories and our satellite in action. This is just the start. We got the bare minimum going here. But eventually we want to be diving in there with our satellite and just getting in there and watching the trajectories. Okay. If we go over here, this is similar to the previous one, but now what we can do is we can manually input position. We have the 3 punch card elements. This is the 2-line element. Basically, this interface, what we're using is we can manually insert these positions of any satellite, or we could take obtain the latest information of all the satellites, so that they will appear. Or yeah, so this gives us flexibility to specifically put in whatever object we need. We're going to move on to our ground station. Okay, so this interface is similar to the very first one, the uplink, but this actually shows right now this is Vancouver. This is our offline. This is what we're going to use, and all this interface around the world to communicate with our satellite. And here's the uplink, the downlink. So you know, we're going to be uploading the instructions, the set of instructions to the satellite, and then retrieving the instructions. So if you take a look here, so we got Vancouver in here, and this actually picture this here is actually we're going to have this as a video. And right now it's just stuck in there, but the video, it's actually there will be a camera inside here looking through this pinhole right here, and so we'll be, you know, we could at any time we could go from here, and we could click on Florida, Eastern Brazil, Donetsk, Kazakhstan. These are essentially our base of operations that we're gonna have, and we could log in and we could see exactly what the data is reading, and you know what that station is looking at. through our antenna. So yeah, so here we got Florida, you know, we got, we'd like to have a base of operation in Hawaii, the Cook Islands, we got Donetsk, Kazakhstan, Western Australia. So now we're going to move on to the session data, and this is actually our database work, and this is how we're gonna have documentation of every instruction, every upload, or every download from any ground station, right? And so we'll have a unique session ID. It's always changing. We have the type, and type 1, type 2. Type 1 is when from the ground station we're sending, it's an uplink. Type 2 is the download. Type 3 is you know, the package, the communication didn't follow through. And type 4 is like a ping to a server. So here's the packet, and this is our date and time right here. Here's our ground station number. So number 1, that would be Vancouver. That's our base of operation. Ground station date and time. And then here is actually the package, so our full what we're sending. So I'm going to show you really quickly our application. Okay, so this is this is even more. Yeah, this is I'm going to show you the application first, and then I'll show you the next one. So so this is our application, desktop application, and through this everything is kind of monitored. So now that I'm in here, you know, you can ping the server. It says status is online. I'll go back to our ground station Vancouver, and we see before this was offline, now it's online. I'm just going to show you really quickly in the blink. So going back to our application, so we don't have anything in here, nothing's been sending, so we're just going to send something like a test. Okay, and we're going to send this off, and it's going to go through our application. So you see we've uplinked, and our database actually, session data, you'll see this is just the newly entered test data. Uplink type is 1, so it's an uplink. I'm going to show you one more thing. What is this? So if we were to ping the server, that should also as well give us a result here. Yeah, so we got here ping 20 from 20, and type is 4. So this is basically our kind of our interface for our command to communication with our CubeSat, and thank you for listening, and see you next week.